Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn chapter number 1. Chapter number 1 of class 5. Chapter number 1 class 5. Subject EVS, Environmental Science, and the name of the lesson is Super Senses. So today we will learn chapter number 1 of Environmental Science, class 5. The name of the lesson is Super Senses. So before starting the lesson, it is very important to have some prior knowledge or previous knowledge, we can say. It will help you to understand this topic easily. So some basic ideas you should have. Say you have the idea that our sense organs are the eyes, ears, nose, skin, and tongue. So you have the knowledge that our sense organs are the eyes, ears, nose, skin, and tongue. So the next point is, do animals also have different senses? So as you know that we have 5 sense organs. So the question is, do animals also have different senses like us? So which is today's topic, that is super senses. So in this chapter we are going to learn different senses of animals. So the name of the lesson is super senses. Under this we are going to learn different senses of animals. So approximately in this lesson we have 10 subtopics approximately. So let's take up with the first topic. The name of the first topic is, has this ever happened to you? Which is the first topic of chapter number 1. Has this ever happened to you? So in this, some examples are given in order to understand easily. So let's take up the example given in your textbook, which is mentioned as, you drop something sweet on the ground. When you drop some sweets on the ground, so within a minute many ants collected around it. So when we drop some sweets on the ground, after some time you will find that a group of ants were collected around it. And the second example, which is given in your textbook, is, as you walk softly past a sleeping dog, it ears sort of at once. So the second example given in your textbook is, when you walk softly past a sleeping dog. Suppose you walk softly past a sleeping dog, near a sleeping dog, you will find that its ears shot up at once. Dog's ear shot up at once. So the question is, why does it happen? So the first example is a gathering of ants around the sweets that you have dropped, and the second example is the dog's ear shot up at once when you pass nearby a sleeping dog. So what is the reason behind? It means that animals also have different senses. It means that animals also have different senses. They can see, hear, taste, smell and feel. So like us, they can also see, hear, taste, smell and feel. Some animals can see their prey from far away. So in details are also given in the textbook. Details are also mentioned in your textbook, in which it is mentioned that some animals can see their prey from far away. Some can hear even faintest sound. Some animals can find their friends by their smell. The animal world is full of examples of amazing senses. So regarding the senses of animals can see their prey from far away. Some animals can even hear faintest sound. So the second topic is, how did the ant recognize the friend? The second topic is, how did the ant recognize a friend? So in the starting of the lesson, it is mentioned that, or an example is given in which a group of ants gather around a sweet. If you drop the sweet on the ground. So here the question is, the second topic is, how did the ant recognize a friend? So an ant was going along on the ground. It saw a group of ants coming from other side. So when you see an ant going on the ground, after some time you will find that a group of ants coming from the other side. The first ant quickly came back to its hole. The ant guarding the hole recognized it and let it in. So how did the ant recognize a friend? So what is given in your textbook is that an ant was going along the ground. It saw a group of ants coming from the other side. So different group of ants are mentioned in your textbook, in which the first ant quickly came back to its hole. The ant guarding the hole recognized and let it in. So ants can recognize their friend, and so it means that ant can recognize their friend, and the ant allow only their friend to enter the hole. So think and tell. The question is, how did the ant know that the other ants were not from its group? So ant can recognize their friend, and they allow only their friend to enter the hole. So the question is, how did the ant know that the other ants were not from its group? So different senses. Due to different senses, how did the guard ant recognize this ant? Because of the smell. The reason is because of the smell. Because of the smell. Because of the smell. So due to different senses and because of the smell, as ants move, they leave a smell. So I'll write down the reason. As ants move, when they move, they leave a smell. They leave a smell on the ground. They leave a smell on the ground. The other ants follow the smell to find the way. to find the way. So this point is also mentioned in your textbook. So ant can recognize their friend because of the smell. They leave a smell on the ground. The other ants follow the smell to find the way. So this is the reason. Regarding the question under the topic, try these and write, which is given in your textbook in page number 2. The question and answer will be provided in the PDF format on the WhatsApp group. So let's move to the next page. This is page number 3. Many years ago, a scientist did many experiments like this. He found out that as the ants move, so here is given the answer. What I am writing on the whiteboard, it is given in your textbook in page number 3. It's a male insect. One important point is given in your textbook, page number 3, which says there, some male insects can recognize their females by their smell. This is given in your textbook. Mosquitoes can find you by the smell of your body. Census of mosquito is also example of mosquito is given in your textbook, which says that mosquitoes can find you by the smell of your body. So mosquito can find us the smell of our body. They also find you by the smell of sole of your feet and the heat of your body. They can also find us by the heat, sole of our feet. So have you ever seen a dog sniffing around? Sniffing here and there, what do you think it is trying to smell? So whenever you see a dog, you will find they always sniff here and there. Dogs mark out their own area. Why they do so? The reason behind sniffing here and there is that dogs mark their own area. Dogs, they mark their own area. Dogs mark their own area. On the road, they can make out if another dog has come into the area by the smell of its urine. So they can make out if another dog has come into their area by the smell of its urine or potty. So they sniff around to mark their own area, and they do not allow other dogs to enter their area. So the next topic is page number 4. One more questions. Some questions are also given in page number 4. The answers of this will be uploaded in the PDF format on WhatsApp group. So let's continue with the third topic of chapter number 1, that is why so, page number 5. Why so, page number 5. So today Rajni had to go out for some important work. She had to leave her 6-month-old son Deepak with her sister Sushila. Sushila also has a baby of same age. So two baby. Sushila also has a baby of same age. It was funny that both the babies did potty at the same time. She happily cleaned her daughter, but when she was cleaning her sister's son Deepak, so two baby, so only one woman was looking after two baby because of the situation which is given in your textbook. So while cleaning the potty of two baby, she cleaned her daughter's potty happily, but when she was trying to clean her sister's own and sister's son, so when she was cleaning her own baby's potty, she was doing happily, but when she was trying to clean the potty of sister's son, Deepak, she covered her nose with her dupatta. So what is the reason behind? Sushila covered her nose when she cleaned Deepak's nappy, but not when she cleaned her daughter. Why do you think she did this? So what is the reason behind? So she thought Deepak's nappy to be dirty because of the senses. She thought Deepak's nappy to be dirty. Magi sense to nane wana more than a khangi begini. So she thought Deepak's nappy to be dirty. So how do you feel? So next question is, how do you feel when you walk near a heap of garbage? Obviously, we are not comfortable, or you will not be comfortable if you walk around a heap of garbage. Think of the children who spend the whole day picking things from such garbage. But you will find many children picking up garbage or playing around the garbage. The reason behind this is that they are used to it. So when you move around a heap of garbage, I repeat it again, you will not be comfortable with the smell, but when you look around, you will find that some boys, they are picking up things from the garbage and they are playing around the garbage. The reason behind this is that they are used to it. So next is page number 6. Let's see, write the names of a bird which has eyes in front of its head, like in humans. So the answer is owl. So write the name of a bird which has eyes in front of its head. Write the names of some birds which have eyes on the either side of the head. What is the size of their eyes as compared to the size of the head? So answer to the second question is crow, sparrow, and so many birds are there. Their eyes are very small. Their eyes are very small as compared to their head, as compared to the size of their head. So most of the birds have their eyes on either side of the head. Their eyes can focus on two different things at a time. So birds that are having eyes on either side of the head, they can focus on two different things. They can focus on two different things at a time. Then when they look straight ahead, both their eyes focus on the same object. So birds that have eyes on either side of the head, they can focus on two different things at a time. And when they look straight ahead, both their eyes focus on the same object. So you must have seen birds moving their neck very often. So birds, they move their head very often. Very often. So do you know why? What is the reason behind? So what is the reason behind? in most of the birds, eyes are fixed and cannot. So most of the birds, you will find that they move their head very often. So what is the reason behind this? The reason is that in most of the birds, eyes are fixed. In most of the birds, eyes are fixed and cannot. Eyes are fixed and cannot move. So birds have to turn their heads to see around. So to see around, they have to turn their heads. So in most of the birds, eyes are fixed and cannot move. So in order to look around, in order to see things in the surrounding, they have to turn their heads. So looking with one or both eyes, the fourth topic is, so we will discuss up to 4th topic in today's lecture. So the fourth topic is looking with one or both eyes. The fourth topic is looking with one or both eyes. So close your right eye or cover it with your hand. Tell your friend to stand to your right at some distance and ask him to do some action. Wave hand, shake hand. So tell your friend to stand to your right. So close your right eye or cover it with your hand. Right eye. You have to cover it. You have to cover your right eye, and you have to let someone stand to your right and perform some activity. The question is, could you see your friend's action without moving your neck? Obviously, you will not be able to see the activity of your friend. Now try to look at your friend's action with both of your eyes open but without moving your neck. So without moving your neck, with both your eyes you can see the activity of your friend. What was the difference of looking with one or both eyes? So the answer to the question is, without moving your neck, you cannot see. If one of your eyes is closed, you cannot see the activity of your friends. But without moving your neck, if both eyes are open, you can see easily. The reason behind this is wider area with both eyes. So when both of your eyes are open, the area of vision, or the area you can look, becomes wider, so you can see the things easily with both your eyes. So some birds like kites, eagles, vulture can see 4 times as far as we can. So birds, some specific birds are mentioned in your textbook, in which some specific birds are mentioned in your textbook: kites, eagles, vultures. They can see 4 times as far as we can. So these birds can see things from a distance of 8 meters. 8 meters. 8 meters. What we can see from a distance of 2 meters. So some specific name of the birds are mentioned in your textbook in page number 7. So when compared to our vision, or our power of vision, they are 4 times, they can see 4 times as far as we can. So they are kites, eagles and vultures. So with this, I'll summarize what we have discussed today. So far we have discussed that So far we have discussed that animals also have different senses. So far we have discussed that animals also have different senses. So in order to summarize today's topic, the first topic that we have discussed in today's topic is that animals also have different senses. Then some animals, some male animals can recognize their female animals. Some male animals can recognize their females by their smell. So some male animals can recognize their females by their smell. So the third point which we have discussed in today's topic is that same smell can be good or bad depending on how one thinks about it. So the third point that we have discussed today is that same smell can be good or bad depending on how one thinks about it. If they think it is dirty, then you will feel dirty or you will smell dirty. So in order to check whether you understand the topic or not, I would like to ask one question which is related to today's topic, and you can find the answer in your textbook, as well as if you go through the video. If you watch this video again and again, you will find the answer. So for evaluation, in order to check whether you understand the topic or not, the question is, in what ways do human beings use this special sense of smell of dogs? So it's a general question. In what ways do human beings use this special sense of smell of dogs? So with this, I conclude today's lecture, and the remaining portion of chapter number 1 will be discussed in the second video. Thank you.